Imagine this for a second. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, you wake up, grab your phone, and like millions of Ghanaians, the first app you open isn't Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. It's WhatsApp. Maybe you're checking messages from your family group, responding to customers, catching up with your church members, or replying to a client who texted you the previous night. Whatever the reason, WhatsApp has become a part of our daily routine. And for many people, it's no longer just a messaging app. It is where business happens, friendships are maintained, families stay connected, and in some cases, it's even where people earn their living. But this morning feels different. Instead of seeing your chats, a message appears on your screen. Your phone number is no longer registered on this device. You stay at it for a few seconds, convinced it has to be a mistake. Maybe the app is glitching, maybe your internet connection is acting up. So you try again. You restart your phone. You even uninstall and reinstall WhatsApp, expecting everything to return to normal. It doesn't. Now, instead, your phone begins to ring. Your cousin is asking why you're requesting 500 Ghana cedis urgently through mobile money. A customer wants to know why you've sent them a suspicious investment link. Someone in your church group is warning everyone not to respond to your messages because they think your account has been hacked. And that is where it hits you. You no longer own your WhatsApp account. Someone else does. Now, here is the scary part. The entire nightmare can happen in less than 5 minutes. Not because someone stole your phone, not because they guessed some incredibly complicated password. In fact, they may never have touched your phone at all. They simply found a way to convince you, or sometimes even your mobile network, to hand them the keys. The truth is, WhatsApp hacking has become one of the fastest growing digital scams, not just around the world, but right here in Ghana. And every week, people lose access to accounts they've used for years. Business owners lose customers, students lose important conversations, families are impersonated. Friends get scammed into sending mobile money, believing they are helping someone they trust. Now, the good news, however, is that losing your WhatsApp account doesn't automatically mean you've lost it forever. In many cases, recovery is possible. The difference between getting your account back in 10 minutes and spending weeks trying to recover it usually comes down to one thing: knowing what to do the moment you realize you've been hacked. And that is exactly why I made this video. Because if this ever happens to you, and I hope it genuinely never does, you won't be running around searching random blogs or watching outdated tutorials. You'd already know the exact steps to take. Let's get into it. Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Appiah. If this is your first time or if you're new here, please subscribe to this channel because we make technology simpler over here. We expose digital scams and how to stay safe in this modern world of internet. Now, let's jump right into the video. Now, before we start recovering your account, we first need to answer a much more important question. How are these hackers getting into WhatsApp accounts in the first place? Because once you understand that, you realize something surprising. Most of them aren't hacking WhatsApp at all. They are hacking people. Now, think about the movies we've all watched. Whenever someone is hacking, they sit in a dark room with multiple computer screens, some black hoodie, typing at unbelievable speed whilst green text flies across the monitor. That's the image most of us have in our minds. But real life cyber criminals rarely operate like that. Why? Because breaking into highly secure systems is difficult. Convincing a human being to hand over access to their account, on the other hand, is much easier. That is why the majority of WhatsApp accounts are stolen through something called social engineering. Instead of attacking your phone, the scammer attacks your emotions. They create urgency, they create fear, they create trust. And once your emotions take over, your judgment takes a back seat. Let me show you how this usually happens. Your phone rings. The caller sounds calm, polite, professional. They introduce themselves as someone from MTN, Telecel, or AT, or even WhatsApp support. Sometimes you already know your name, which immediately lowers your guard. They tell you there's a security issue with your account, or that they've accidentally sent a verification code to your phone, or probably you are in a certain group and they are trying to move you into a new group because scammers have infiltrated that group, and so they need to send you a verification code to ensure that you're a real person. Just as they predicted, a 6-digit code arrives via SMS in your phone. Then comes the sentence that changes everything. Please read back the code to me so I can complete the verification. This sounds harmless. After all, if they are from the company they claim to represent, why wouldn't you help them? But the truth is, that 6-digit code isn't for them. It is for you. It is WhatsApp asking you whether you're trying to log in on another device. And so the moment you read those 6 digits aloud, you've effectively unlocked your own front door and invited a thief inside. And within seconds, they are logged into your WhatsApp account and you are the one who is suddenly logged out. As easy as that. And you realize no hacking software was required, no passwords were cracked. The only thing the criminal needed was your trust. That is why the first rule of WhatsApp security is simple. Never share your verification code with anyone. Not MTN, not Telecel, not AT, not Meta, not even someone claiming to be WhatsApp support. If anyone asks for it, end the conversation immediately. Now you might be thinking, I'll never fall for this. Most victims say the exact same thing because scammers evolve. Instead of calling you, they now wait for you to come to them. So maybe you receive the message saying that your WhatsApp account is about to expire, or you've won free data bundles, or you've qualified for a special promotion. You click the link and the website looks exactly like WhatsApp. You enter your phone number, you enter the verification code, and without realizing it, you've just approved the hacker's login. That is why I want you to build one habit that will protect you not just on WhatsApp, but everywhere online. Before entering your number, password, verification code, or bank details anywhere, stop for just 5 seconds and ask yourself, who sent me here? Those 5 seconds could save you weeks and weeks of frustration. But even if you never clicked on a suspicious link and never shared any verification codes, there's another attack becoming increasingly common in Ghana. It begins with your phone suddenly losing network signal. This is what I call the SIM swap attack. If you've never heard of a SIM swap attack before, you're not alone. That's why this video is for you. Your phone suddenly says no service, and then maybe you assume it's a network problem, and so you restart your phone, but nothing. Meanwhile, a criminal is receiving your calls and SMS because they've managed to transfer your phone number onto another SIM card. That means every WhatsApp verification code now goes to them instead of you. And so if your SIM suddenly loses service for an unusually long time, don't ignore it. Borrow another phone, call your network provider immediately, or visit the nearest service centers with your identification, in this case the Ghana card you used to register that SIM card. And the faster you react, the better your chances. Now let's assume that the worst has happened. The hacker already has your WhatsApp account. What should you do? First, don't panic. Relax. Don't download any strange WhatsApp recovery apps. Don't pay people on Facebook or online claiming they can hack the hacker. Most of them are also scammers themselves. Instead, open WhatsApp and register your number again. Request a new verification code, and if the hacker hasn't enabled two-step verification yet, the moment you successfully verify your number, WhatsApp automatically logs them out. As simple as that. That is why acting quickly is so important. But suppose you enter the verification code and WhatsApp asks for a 6-digit PIN you've never created. This means the hacker enabled two-step verification after taking over your account. At this point, ask yourself one question. Did you add a recovery email? If the answer is yes, tap forgot PIN, reset it through your email, create a new PIN, and regain access. If the answer is no, recovery becomes slower. You'd likely need to wait through WhatsApp security period before you can gain access. During that time, don't repeatedly request verification codes because this would make WhatsApp flag your access as spam, and it won't speed up the process and won't help you in any way. Instead, use that time wisely. Warn everyone you know, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your customers, tell your church members, post on Facebook, post on Instagram, tell everyone that your WhatsApp has been hacked and nobody should send money or believe messages coming from your account until you officially announce you have recovered it. That one announcement can save your contacts from becoming victims too. Now, people stop after recovering their account, and please don't stop after recovering your account. Most people breathe a sigh of relief the moment they get their WhatsApp account back. Thank God. But that is where they make another mistake. Recovering your WhatsApp shouldn't be the end. It should just be the beginning. Now ask yourself, what else did the hacker access? Start with your email. If your email was compromised, change the password immediately. Then quickly check every device that is signed in. Log out of anything you don't recognize. Enable two-factor authentication. Next, check your social media handles linked to that your number: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Telegram, banking apps, mobile money apps, Google accounts, Apple ID, anything important that has been linked to your number. And while you're doing that, stop using the same password everywhere, because using one password for all your accounts is like using one key for the entire house, your office, your car, and then your safe. You lose that key once and everything else becomes vulnerable. Create unique passwords, or better yet, use a password manager. Now let's return to WhatsApp, because there's one place people often forget: linked devices. So go into your WhatsApp, open linked devices by clicking on this three dots here and then click on linked devices. Review every device that is connected to your account, and if you don't recognize one, click on it and log out immediately. In fact, make it a habit to check this page once every month or twice every month. This only takes a few seconds but would help you tons of time. So once a while, just go check your linked devices and make sure that the devices that are there are devices you linked yourself. If you see any unrecognized device, you log out immediately. Finally, enable two-factor verification yourself. To do this, go into your settings, account, two-step verification, and choose a strong 6-digit PIN. Now, whilst doing this, make sure you avoid using numbers such as your birthdays or simple numbers that will be easy to guess. And most importantly, add a recovery email. That simple step could save you hours or even days of frustration if anything ever happens again. Now, let's recap everything quickly. If your WhatsApp gets hacked, one is to try logging back in immediately using your phone number. If you ask for an unknown PIN, recover it using your email. If you don't have a recovery email, follow WhatsApp recovery process patiently. Warn everyone that your account has been compromised. Change your password immediately and secure your most important accounts. Also, check linked devices and remove unknown devices, and enable two-step verification with a recovery email. Never share verification codes. Never trust suspicious links. Act immediately if your SIM suddenly loses network. Now, in all this, I'm going to tell you that technology continues to evolve, and unfortunately, so do scammers. So staying safe online isn't about knowing how to hack, it is about understanding how hackers think. And the more you understand their tricks, the harder you become to fool. If this video has taught you something, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your family WhatsApp group, your church group, your office group, or anyone who depends on WhatsApp every day. One share could save someone from losing years of conversations, business contracts, or even their money. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that whenever we drop more awesome content like this, you would be notified. So meet again. My name is Appiah, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.